Hi there, welcome back to Mind Body Relationship, where we talk about the mind, the body, and the relationship. Hi, my name is Emerald Hill, and this is Dr. Laurie Ponsford Hill.
Well, hello, Emerald. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. What are we talking about?
Well, today we're going to be talking about smoking.
Smoking. Cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Tobacco.
Exactly, right. Yes. I mean, smoking is an addiction. However, it's actually, it's accepted, right? It's a social thing that people do when it is they get together.
For sure.
So it's a huge motivation in regards to a sense of belonging.
Right.
And generally speaking, when people start smoking, they actually start smoking with someone.
Yeah, definitely. Almost, especially in families.
Well, exactly. Yeah. So if parents smoke or a sibling smokes, then it's part of what it is the family does for their sense of belonging.
Right.
And when you think about, high school, you think about the smoke pit.
Yeah, the smoke pit right out front.
Uh,
Right. Not on school property, but like on the edge of it.
Exactly. So, I mean, if you're desperate for a sense of belonging, then that actually really provides a fantastic opportunity to have, friends. Smoking friends. Mm-hmm. And especially when you think about the workplace. I mean, when you're working, you can't be smoking. But what happens?
You take a break, you smoke.
That's right. You go out, you stand in a group. I can't even imagine in the rain, in the cold, in the wind. However, you have a support group standing there with you. And that's really what it is. It's a support group, right? And so everybody's supporting one another in that addiction. We're okay, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that brings us to smoking cessation programs, right? A program to stop smoking. And a lot of people, what they think is that it's just like that. Well, if I go in, I have some hypnosis, right? Then what's going to happen is I'm just going to not want to smoke any longer. But the truth is that smoking is actually really supported in many, many different ways. And generally speaking, when people come in to stop smoking, they've been smoking for decades.
That's a pretty long instilled habit.
It is, very much so. And so therefore, it's about something, right? So in order for a smoking cessation program to actually really work, it means that you have to be motivated, right? To overcome all of those factors that are in support of it. Right? Yes, because it's a practiced way of being and it's a lifestyle, and it's very, very hard to change a lifestyle.
For sure. Yeah, especially when all of the people you know are smokers. And if all of your friends are smokers, then basically the question is, are you going to have to give up your friends? It must be very difficult when you're a smoker and you have a friend who wants to quit, and all of a sudden you're not being mirrored.
Exactly, right? So number one is there's got to be a motivating factor. And the truth is, a motivating factor is not, my wife wants me to.
As much as she wishes that it was.
Exactly. That's where hiding comes in. Yeah. So it's got to be an internalized need to actually really see yourself differently. And the number one motivating factor there is for health.
For sure.
Right? Because I want to be healthy. Right? And smoking is getting in the way of that for whatever reason.
Right.
And so it's really good to be able to think to yourself, well, where am I on a scale of 0 to 10 in regards to my need, my motivation to stop smoking?
Right.
Right? Because in order to be able to do so, you won't be able to do it unless you're actually really at a 10. Right? I've had enough. All right? I don't want to spend the money anymore. Right? I'm looking forward to actually really having a new friend group. Right? I want to actually break my attachment between my coffee and my cigarette.
I don't want to wake up coughing in the morning.
Exactly. Yes. I want to be able to breathe again. I want to break the attachment between my cigarette and sex. My cigarette and my meal.
Right.
Right? Yes, because that's what happens. Attachments start to be made between the cigarette and whatever it is the actual real pleasure is.
Yeah.
Yes. So to envision the pleasure without the cigarette, right? Because it might feel like the cigarette is adding something, but the truth of the matter is you've just attached it to what it is that you actually really want.
Well, I think what's also frustrating as well is if you use it as an excuse. Like, if you know that, if you have to go to a lot of social gatherings and social gatherings make you feel uncomfortable after a certain period of time, and saying, I'm going to go out for a cigarette gives you that break from the social. So I guess my question is, how do you find that opportunity to take a break?
Yes, because what we call that a secondary gain. You're actually really getting something out of doing that activity. Right? So it's secondary. For example, with the friend group, right? It's my way to belong, right? Or it's my excuse to leave. Right? Or it's my way in which I relax, right? So, which is basically, smoking is actually really based in breathing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to go hyperventilate over here for a second.
Exactly. So that's why it is that you actually have to be able to see yourself differently, right? Because it is a lifestyle change. It means that you're going to have to come up with something else that's going to be able to work for you.
Right?
Yes. So the goal is for you to be a 10 out of 10. Before it is, you're even walking into the smoking cessation program. The reality is that the smoking is based in something and it's about something.
For sure. I guess it's kind of the same thing as any addiction or eating disorders, where if you don't 100% believe that you're going to be able to do it and 100% want to do it, then it's not going to happen.
Exactly, yes. You are, believe it or not, in control. So you have to be able to see yourself happy without it.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. See yourself as part of your family system without it.
Which must be very difficult if your whole family system is based in smoking.
Oh yes, definitely, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going against what it is that is an acceptable way of being. And it's way better if everybody agrees to do it at the same time.
For sure.
Or if you're actually really at a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only visit every once in a while.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
So, if this is something that you're actually really interested in, I think that it's really important for you to start thinking something to yourself, right? And the thinking is actually really, I don't have to smoke.
Right.
And it is actually really a thought.
Yeah.
I can, only I don't have to.
Yeah. I have the power to change.
Yes. And the idea in regards to my medical well-being is the reason why it is number one that I want to stop smoking, is because what you're saying is I am more important than those cigarettes.
Right.
Yes. So if you would like to start the process, well, we have a few meditations for you. So just look down our list. See the smoking cessation meditation and start the process.
Yep, I'll include the meditation playlist that we have in the description box below. Thank you so much for talking to me about smoking and the hypnosis process. And thank you so much for tuning in. And please give this video a like, subscribe, stay subscribed, and we'll see you next time.
All right, bye for now.
Bye for now.